Hello everyone, hi, it's Emmy, welcome back. Today I'm going to be trying an interesting combination of Coca-Cola and peanuts. So I recently shared a little article on my social media about this interesting combination of taking Coca-Cola and adding a handful of salted peanuts right into the Coca-Cola and just drinking it and eating it simultaneously. So I asked many of you whether or not this is truly a Southern thing or if you grew up doing this, and so I got tons of people responding that said, yes, this is a Southern thing, and others saying, no, I've never heard of it before. So I'm going to go ahead and taste it for myself, and I have a few questions. I want to know, first of all, what it's like to simultaneously drink and eat something solid at the same time. Of course, I'm interested in the flavors as well. What happens when you add a very salty snack to something that's very sweet and delicious? So as I suspected, the article stated that I had to have this in a glass bottle because that is tradition, but what soda doesn't taste better in a glass bottle? I picked this up at my grocery store. This is actually Coke that is made in Mexico, and it's made with pure sugar as opposed to high fructose corn syrup. And I have been told that this tastes superior. I also have a little bottle of the regular Coke, and indeed this contains the high fructose corn syrup, and this one contains the sugar. I love me some Coke, and I've actually never had the sugar version before, so let's do this. Oh yeah. It smells like those cola scented erasers, or those gummies. Yes. All right, here we go. Cheers. Yum yum. Man, Coke is just so good. All right, now let's try it in the high fructose corn syrup version. Here we go. Cheers. There is a difference. Wow. This one is much more cloying. It actually tastes sweeter to me than the bottled version. This one is not as good, but I think if this is poured over ice, it would be better. It will kind of cut down on the sweetness. Yep. So yes, it has been confirmed. Drinking it in a glass bottle, which is nice and cold, and also having sugar makes for a superior serving of Coca-Cola, for sure. All right, so now for the big test. Put my peanuts, wow, into my Coke. Look at it fizz. This is crazy. Wow. So I'm just gonna fill this up. So you have to drink some of the Coke out first, and then you pour your peanuts in there. So what I've read is that this is of course what you do when you go to the convenience store. You grab yourself a bottle of Coke, you take a couple sips, and then you pour an entire packet of salted peanuts in it. Awesome. All right, so these are just dry roasted salted peanuts. How do you keep from getting them all over the place? So this looks crazy. I've got a bunch of peanuts fizzing in the top of my Coke. They float right on top. Now I'm curious to see how I'm going to consume this. All right, here we go. Cheers. Huh. Interesting. It's so bizarre because it becomes a completely different thing. It's not a quenching thing anymore. Before, like when you have a bottle of Coke and you're really thirsty and you drink your Coke and you're like, I've been quenched. When you put a handful of peanuts in the top of it, this instantly becomes a snack. It is no longer a drink. So what happens when you pour this in your mouth, you get a little bit of Coke, just a sip, and then you get a couple peanuts in there, and you chew up your peanuts, and then it's like, oh, I'm having a little snack. It's almost like you're chewing a Payday or some kind of really nut-infused candy bar. What I do like is that it kind of tones down the sweetness of the soda. And these peanuts are salted, but because they're sitting in a liquid, the salt's kind of dissolved into the soda. The flavors, of course, are quite nice. You've got the nice, rich, roasted peanuts, and then you've got your soda. And actually much more satisfying to me than a candy bar because it's not so sweet. This seems quite reactive, like when you put the peanuts in there, a lot of the carbon dioxide seems to dissipate out of the soda. Does this still remain fizzy afterwards? I don't know. Let's pour some of it out and see. Oh. See, that doesn't really work. So I guess the peanuts actually stay with the soda for the whole time. Interesting. Once you pour it into a glass, you're able to kind of filter out the peanuts if you like. You can use your teeth as kind of a dam and drink some of the soda. But in the bottle, you're not, because you're kind of forced to just drink whatever comes out. There's no way to kind of strain out the peanuts. I don't think. You can, but you kind of limit your soda consumption to kind of a dribble, which isn't very satisfying. Interesting. And when I do strain out the peanuts, I really don't like the soda experience as much because it's a lot less fizzy and not as cold. This is great. It's a really interesting combination of beverage, snack, sweet, and salty. That's actually pretty satisfying. So there you have it, my opinions on the combination of roasted peanuts and Coca-Cola. So do let me know in the comments below if you've had this combination before. I know there are other combinations as well, RC Cola and peanuts, root beer and sarsaparilla and peanuts. I didn't get those two because I actually don't care for those drinks, and Dr. Pepper as well in Texas. Don't care for those drinks at all, so I knew that I would be biased from the get-go. Coke I do love, on the other hand, so that's why I went with the tried and true classic Coca-Cola. But again, do let me know in the comments if you've had this combination of salty peanuts and some kind of soda before and what your opinions are. All right, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you guys learned something. Be sure to share this video with your friends, follow me on social media, and subscribe to this channel if you like this kind of stuff, and I shall see you in my next video. Toodaloo, take care, bye! All right, so there are my peanuts. Now I gotta get a shot of this. Sorry, that's so gross.